Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It is another beautiful day here in Washington State. It is. We finally got the rain we needed, so I'm happy about that. Yeah, I'm not here to talk about the weather, I'm here to talk about knives. One knife in particular, that knife being the Benchmade Redoubt with Applied Weapons Tech scales. Yeah, this thing is a honey, to say the least. I've been carrying this for the past 3 weeks. Every day, in the pocket, dedicated knife, no other knives, just this one. I've already made a handful of videos on this knife throughout the past 3 weeks. Feel free to go check those out. I'll have them linked up here. Alright, so the Redoubt with these Applied Weapons Tech scales. These things are a game changer for this knife. I've handled this Redoubt with the factory scales plenty of times, and handled it enough to know that I don't like them, and I don't like the hot spots that they produce. Right there is the big no-no for me. That really just digs into my last two fingers here, and yeah, no bueno. Yeah, there's just a couple things I really dislike about these the factory scales. So I was extremely excited when Erica from Not Your Average EDC got in contact with me about testing this with these scales, and I was all about it. I didn't know what to expect. I was going to do it with both eyes open. I had never had Applied Weapons Tech scales or handled them before, so it was kind of good. I was going into it with a fresh perspective. And yeah, man, these things are great. The build quality is ridiculous. Yeah, everything lines up like it should. Everything's centered like it should. Let's see if I can get a little centering shot here. Oh, we got some shadows going on. Oh well. You can take my word for it. It's centered. And everything works like it should. The finish on these scales it seems to be pretty sturdy. There is some wear going on. I'll show you, and actually, I think it looks good. But we got some wear going on right up here. And on the other side, got a couple scratches, some marks there. But other than that, the finish is holding up really well. Ergonomics are open to interpretation, I guess you could say. The knife doesn't really tell you where to put your hands. I mean, you've got this choil right here, but other than that, it's just kind of open to put your hands wherever you want. You know, you can get back on it, you can choke up on it a little bit, and you know, get your thumb on that jimping. I don't know, it's good. It's good stuff. So let's talk blade steel. This is my first go around with CPM D2. Focus. There we go. I've had plenty of knives in D2, but never CPM D2, powder form D2. So again, I was going into this with both eyes open, just no experience, and I think that was a good thing again. Sharpening this steel is extraordinarily easy. It is extremely easy to maintain. I had to take the stones to it one time in the past 3 weeks, and that was just taking the 800 grit stone to it and then stropping it and calling it good. And that was after some very heavy use. But other than that, it's just been stropping and honing it back into shape, and it's just been a really lovely steel to deal with. It has. Edge retention is great for CPM D2. I think CPM D2 is pretty comparable to S30V. The CPM D2 seems very comparable, in my humble opinion, seems very comparable to S30V as far as edge retention and ease of sharpening. I think the only place that the CPM D2 is going to fall short is corrosion resistance, but they solved that, or you know, pretty much mitigated that with coating the blade. I'm not sure exactly what this coating is made of. I don't know if it's like a tungsten-based coating or what, but it's doing the job. Those are kind of my thoughts on the D2 so far. easy to sharpen, easy to maintain, holds a decent edge. It's a pretty dang good steel. I'm digging it. And yeah, paired up to these scales, this is easily my favorite Benchmade. Yeah, it was always the Freak for me, the big Freak, G10 and M4. But I think this might have just knocked it off the old podium and taken the lead, because I really enjoy this thing. I really enjoy the ergonomics. The ergonomics remind me a bit of the Freak. Maybe that's why I like it so much. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, I think that's going to do it for talking about the knife. I want to talk about something else real quick, and then we'll end this thing out. I recently, a few days ago, picked up a new flashlight. It is the Streamlight. Let's see if I can get this thing to focus. Streamlight Micro Stream. USB rechargeable. It was like $40 and some change, and I think it was well worth it. It's got 2 modes, high and then low, which is all I need. I don't need any of the fancy in-between stuff for an everyday carry light. Yeah, the big reason I bought this was the size, and I know Streamlight makes pretty good stuff. I've always heard good things about them. And yeah, it's just a nice little light, and I knew I was going to carry it more because of its size. I have a couple of bigger lights about this size. I've got 2 about this size, and I just don't carry them enough because they're just a little bit too bulky. But I think this is going to solve all that. I've been enjoying using it for the past, I think, 3-4 days I've had it. And yeah, USB rechargeable. It's essentially a rechargeable AAA. And if that thing craps out, I'm pretty sure you can just stick a regular AAA in there and she'll work. But yeah, nice little light. Again, like I said, like $40-45. Really good, especially for up here this time of year in the Pacific Northwest. We don't exactly get a lot of sunlight, so yeah, having a little inspection light, if you will, is good. Alright, I think that's going to do it for this video. Sorry it was almost a week between uploads. I just had some stuff going on that required my attention. So I like to upload about every 3 days, so hopefully I will see you guys in 3 days, if not sooner. Thank you for the continued support in the channel. It means the world. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you got something out of this. Got any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below and I'll get back to you. Alright guys, I will see you on the next one.